In TouchDesigner, there's a simple way to create this radial slices using two simple scripts to generate variations for scale and rotation. Also, we will use two circle pops to create the slices masks. If you're completely new to TouchDesigner, just comment "Guide" to receive an interactive starter kit with everything you need to learn about the program. Now let's dive in. I started by building a control center using a constant chop. I set my steps to 10, a gap of 0.1, and a base size of 0. I connected that to a pattern chop set to ramp, using the steps value to control the length. Then, I passed that into a shuffle chop set to swap channels and samples so I can access the data individually. For the rotation values, I used a second pattern chop. I linked the length to my steps again, set the cycles to 0.6, and the range from 0 to 360. Just like the first one, I fed this into a shuffle chop to organize the channels. For the visuals, I grabbed my footage in a moviefilein and locked the aspect ratio to 720 by 1280 using a fit top set to fill. Now here is the geometry setup. I used a circle pop named stroke 0 with 90 divisions. For the uniform scale, I used a Python script that grabs the operator's specific number. This is very useful because it automatically pulls the unique size data from our shuffle chop and makes this calculation for infinite value iterations. I made a second circle for the inner edge using the same logic, but subtracting that gap value we said earlier. I merged them and used a skin pop to create the actual surface mask. I rendered this out as a solid white mask and composited it over the original video. Then, I fed it into a transform top. For the rotation, I used that same me.digits logic to pull unique rotation values from our second shuffle data and add them by the operator's ID number. Here is the best part. I just duplicated this mask chain 9 times. Because of that script, every single layer automatically updated its size and rotation. I composited all those layers over the original footage. Perfect! You have fully editable radial slices for your videos. I built this interactive guide to break down the core concepts of TouchDesigner, so you can nail your first project from scratch. It features step-by-step videos and concrete explanations, so you truly understand the software. Comment guide and I'll send you the starter kit.